Yo, it's Taryl 3 Chains.
Yo, it's Taryl here today to tell you how to sharpen your chain. So get off the couch and get off the crapper and come and listen to this here rapper.
My saw's not be cutting, it's giving me a fuss. The only thing it's doing is spitting out dust.
You need to grab a file and file for a while to get her back sharp and cut through that pile. Here's a video to get you through the winter. Sharpen that chain, now there's your dinner.
It's giving me a fuss.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the opening scene of our rap video here to show you how to sharpen the chainsaw chain on a chainsaw. So I'm going to show you how to do it with a file. That's what we're going to do, hand filing today. Now to start off, what you want to do, if you want, is you can mark the chain so you know where your starting point is. You can use a marker or a paint pen or a Sharpie, or you can just do it by eyeball. Now they make all kinds of different apparatuses for sharpening chainsaw chains. Here they got one with a handle and a file, and it's got a guide and everything on it. And then they got this here, which is a file and a depth gauge or a raker. That's this part here. They call this part here the raker or a depth gauge. And what that does is that determines how much of the tooth is going to grab the wood. So sometimes you got to file this down. And that's what this apparatus is for here. And it's always good when you do this to have a pair of gloves, because if you are filing and you slip with that file and hit your knuckle on there, look out, boy, you're going to cut yourself good. You're going to bleed like a stuck pig. So put your and then you need to know the right size file to use for the right size chain you got. On the back of these is a lot of information that'll tell you what size file to use for what size chain. Now this is 3/8 low profile chain, so we're going to use a 5/32 file. Now I know it tells you in here if you're filing a big full size 3/8 chain, that's that big heavy chain on a big chainsaw, they want you to use a 7/32 file. But what I found out is when you use this big heavy file on a big chain, what it does is it starts to cut into this part of the saw. It starts to cut into this part of the tie bar right here. And what happens when you cut into that makes a weak point and the chain will break. I find it better to go down one size. Just step it down one size and use a little bit smaller one, which would be the 3/16. Now I know they recommend the 7/32, but I recommend that you use the 3/16 on that bigger stuff. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can buy this thing here, and you can put that and lay it on top of here and file it. Or, what you can do like I do, is you can just, if you just look at the tooth, can you zoom in on that? You can just follow the angle just by eyeball, see? And what you want to do is when you file a chain, you want to go forward like that. You don't want to go like this, because when you go like that, the file is designed to cut going forward, not back and forth. Because when you go back and forth, you're dulling the file. So what you need to do is go like this. Nice, easy stroke. And then usually count how many strokes you do. This is a real good practice if you got OCD. This is good for OCD people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go to the next tooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do that till you get all the way back around to your starting point, which was that tooth that I hit with the paint pen. Then you flip her around, and then you do the opposite on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you do this enough times, you'll get faster and faster with it, and you'll be able to sharpen the chain in no time. Now, a good rule of thumb that somebody told me is, every time you stop to gas up, put new gas in it, and burn chain oil, you should touch up the chain with a file. That way your chain's always sharp. And if you get in the practice of doing that, it only take about 5 minutes. Gas oil, good time, take a break, take a cigarette break, whatever. Go get something to drink. Touch it up. 3, 4, 5. Do that every time. That chain will be sharp. It'll be throwing chips like crazy. And there's your dinner.